Hi, I hope you're all staying safe during these difficult times. I'm almost officially a registered dental hygienist, and if you don't know what a hygienist does, let me tell you. We've been making grown men run away like little girls since 1913. But we also take care of your teeth so that you don't have to see the dentist if it's not necessary. With that being said, today we will discuss why the New York State local anesthesia and nitrous oxide license should be split into two separate licenses, which I will refer to as LANO2 from now on. I spent the last 3 years working towards my AAS in dental hygiene, and during that time, I was elected SADA president of my class, giving me the position required to acquire the knowledge to understand the legislature of this career. As I'm sure you're aware, because of COVID-19, different majors and departments have different difficulties in their respective areas of study. Today, I will bring to your attention a situation unique to dental hygiene students. We will be discussing why the LANO2 license being combined as one is a problem, as well as why my proposed solution is the best option for resolution. This problem came to be when we had a Zoom meeting with the department chair to discuss our options. We were given two options. One, graduate by making up our quota required hours using temporary flexibility and alternate assessment methods. And two, accept an incomplete grade and retake DEN 2400, which consists of two parts, clinic and lecture. If we choose option one, we will lose our local anesthesia grade because we have not yet completed the nitrous oxide half of the course and have to retake the full course and exams by paying again for them. This course retails at about $1,400. If we choose option 2 and retake DEN 2400, all requirements we have completed to date in clinic will be thrown away, still with no guarantee that we will be able to complete our nitrous oxide half of the course due to new infection control requirements, putting us off almost another year and a half because fall 2020 will also be online. Of course, I decided to choose graduation since the only thing in the way was the LANO2 license. The way the curriculum was set up at NYCCT was to complete local anesthesia in the beginning of the semester and then take nitrous oxide after we complete our CDCA clinical boards in May. Of course, no one had any idea that we would be facing a pandemic during this time. However, the dental hygiene class of 2020 completed all reading assignments for chapters, up to 8 chapters, over 8 lecture hours, and a total of 15 injections received and administered on each other. One of the clinic sessions consisted of having to administer and receive over 8 injections in one sitting, and I'd rather that be a once-in-a-lifetime experience. After completing the above required hours for local anesthesia, we had to take a written exam, and I'm proud to announce that we had a 100% pass rate in my class, and that's no surprise because the faculty did an incredible job. But for us to hear that not only will that 100% pass rate mean nothing anymore, but that we'll also have to retake the whole course and pay about $1,400 out of pocket for a class that was part of our 4th semester and covered by tuition is truly heartbreaking. This situation, although it may seem like something small, is a fairly big problem for our class and possibly any classes that are to follow. Part of our licensing process is to take state-approved licensure examinations, and as the school website states, and I quote, "In order to practice dental hygiene, graduates are required to pass a national board examination on the theory of dental hygiene and a regional board examination on the clinical practice of dental hygiene. This includes the clinical boards during which we have the option of administering anesthesia to our patients to aid in patient comfort." The school website also states the following about DEN 3100, which is the LANO2 course, and I quote, "This comprehensive course for dental hygienists in the state of New York will satisfy the statutory requirements for certification. It will cover the basic concepts of local infiltration anesthesia and nitrous oxide analgesia. In addition, there will be the practice of the actual techniques and 13 lecture hours of required prerequisite information. It is not required for graduation for the associate degree program or dental hygiene licensure. The key here being it's not required for licensure, and I'll talk more about that later. On the other hand, the Code of Syllabus Section 28C states that pain management is part of the required curriculum. Although it's not required to graduate, local anesthesia and nitrous oxide is considered pain management, which is a big part of our curriculum along with bedside manner. And part of patient management is making sure our patients are comfortable, and many times that involves local anesthesia. Without completing this course at school, we're not fulfilling our knowledge of patient management. Now, the issues that arise are the following. 1. If we choose to graduate with the above-mentioned methods, we will no longer be students, and we will have graduated without local anesthesia that allows us to administer any needed injections during our clinical boards exam, which involves a live patient. 2. Under normal circumstances, we would have been taking that exam while still considered students and would be under the umbrella of the school's malpractice insurance policy. That is why we would be allowed to administer anesthesia during the exam without the official licensure. If we choose graduation, we will be taking our New York State clinical boards as graduates and are therefore no longer protected by the school, making it illegal for us to administer the local anesthesia despite the fact that we all passed that half of the course. It's the law. And this can affect our exam, which we spent over $500 on, especially if our patient needs the injection in order for us to do our proper job of painless and comfortable debridement. An exam that will cost us another $545 to retake because we lack the ability to provide the pain management our patient would have needed. I'm saying another $545 to retake an exam after having to spend another $1,400 to get our LANO2 licensure. All due to the lack of having that license in the first place because of the legal nature of it being connected. Even if we're given the option to have an exam proctor administer the anesthesia for us, we will lose exam time waiting for them to do something that would have taken us 2 to 8 minutes and will now take us even longer, up to 20 minutes per quadrant, therefore compromising our exam time, especially if additional injections end up being needed. 3. Even if we found a way to take the course for local anesthesia and nitrous oxide, there's still no guarantee that we will actually be able to complete the NO2 half of the course due to the nature of the COVID-19 virus. Infection control for this type of pain management is now required to change. It involves a new sterilization technique with specific equipment that many schools may not have the funds for. It's already public knowledge that the financial situation of CUNY schools isn't that great with proposed budget cuts. 4. Not having the LANO2 license will give other registered dental hygienists an advantage over us. Even with a temporary license to practice, we're still not legally allowed to administer local anesthesia despite having passed that part of the course. Therefore, right now, no LANO2 license means $2,500 in additional costs. But my proposed solution for this problem will leave us with a local anesthesia license and no additional cost, allowing us to administer it on our exams. The integrity of the law will not be affected, and what I propose will not compromise its role in protecting the public. All the required hours and regulations for each portion will remain the same as listed in Article 133, Section 6605B, and the section for restricted anesthesia certification for dental hygienists. That is why I propose that LANO2 will be taught and licensed separately, one for local anesthesia and one for nitrous oxide, with bundle courses available for those who have neither. In conclusion, I know how off-putting this pandemic was for everyone. We lost valuable time with the shutdown being so sudden, and there are many other problems that dental field students have to face, such as when we'll actually be able to take our exams or finding a patient to take the clinical portion on in the first place. But this license is something we can do something about, and it plays a role in our futures, not just the class of 2020, but all the classes that come after us. My class did the work and passed the test for local anesthesia. Why should we be denied it after all that hard work? Why should we have to wait until it's safe again when we don't even know when that will be? We're making adjustments for everything else because of COVID-19. Why not change this as well for the better? After all, we're all in this together. Thank you.